Hey guys, what's up? Today I'm going to be doing the first of this on my channel. I'm going to be doing a movie review thing, I guess. But I'm not just going to be doing a movie review. I'm going to be doing original versus remake. Similar to what Review King MB does, and I'll put, I don't know, maybe. Anyway, I'm going to do Alice in Wonderland versus Alice in Wonderland. Original versus the remake. The original came out in 1951. The remake came out in 2010. Sorry. The remake, another thing to point out, is that the remake is live action. Well, it's a CGI in this movie. The original is traditional animation. No CGI at all. Let's boil it down. This review is basically going to be determining it. I'm going to talk about the movies and I'm going to declare which one I like better. First thing, I need to see who even directed the first one. I don't think someone, it's an animated movie, but I'm sure they had a director. But the 2010 one was directed by Tim Burton. This movie is almost a live-action remake. It's more of a live-action remake / sequel. But what can I say about this movie? It's fun to watch. It's definitely more action-packed than the original, but does that mean it's better? That's the question here. Alice in Wonderland, again, is an animated film, 1951. This movie is a lot more lighthearted. No action really at all, except for the last, 5 minutes of the movie. It gets kind of insane, but the last part of this movie is kind of weird. And this movie is really trippy. It's not as... This one is more realistic than this one. As much as I want to say this one's more realistic because it's the original, this one just has more realistic qualities about it. This one is just through the top insane. This one is more down to earth, but it's still got that element of insanity because, the book is a really crazy book. But, 1 second. Let's talk about the plot, or the kind of just plot of the movie. In this, I'm going to start with the original. In the original, Alice, this one is really close to the book. In this one, Alice is with her sister in the beginning of the book, movie, and at the book. But in the movie, her sister is reading a book with no pictures or conversations. That's a big line in the book and the movie. But she ends up getting distracted, and she basically follows the rabbit. She gets distracted, and she follows the rabbit down the rabbit hole. Basically what you think would happen. She goes to Wonderland, the door, the Pool of Tears, the caucus race, Tweedledee and Tweedledum, which are not in the original book. They're in the sequel, Through the Looking Glass. And by the way, Through the Looking Glass is coming out, next year, 2016, so I might do a book versus movie for Through the Looking Glass, but whatever. And whichever one of these wins this battle, I'm going to do a book versus movie on Alice in Wonderland. And once again, she just goes through Wonderland. That's basically the plot of the first one. And this may be spoilers, but who hasn't seen this movie? It's, in the end, it's all a dream. Alice has been asleep the whole time, which is unlike the ending in this one. In this one, she is not dreaming. It's real because she actually, in the movie, crawls out of the rabbit hole with the scratch on her arm from the Bandersnatch. I'm going to talk a little bit about this movie. This movie is a lot more... its visuals are kind of grotesque, but it's a Tim Burton movie. To me, it has the same art design as Nightmare Before Christmas with all the twisted art style. I think it looks pretty cool. I don't agree with it. An adventure the whole family can enjoy. It's no mean an adult movie, but it's kind of it's pretty intense for some young people. The plot of this movie begins with Alice as a young child, she's having dreams about when she went to Wonderland, and that would basically be what happened in this movie. Again, she just has dreams. She tells her father, but her father is busy with work and stuff. And then you flash forward to a few years later, when she's about maybe 16, 15, and she is going to this party. And basically, they're having fun at the party. She's walking through a garden maze. She sees the white rabbit, very much like the original. She gets distracted. She follows the white rabbit down the rabbit hole. The rabbit hole in this, let's compare two major scenes, the two most major scenes in this movie. The rabbit hole. One is better than the other. In this one, Alice falls down, but her skirt, it catches her, so she's kind of just drifting through. Nothing's really happening. She's just seeing all these weird imagery. And then she gets to the bottom. And that's basically it. But in this one, she falls down the rabbit hole. She's bouncing off the walls in this scene. She's like landing on everything. And when she gets to the bottom, she looks like she's fallen down a rabbit hole. So clearly this rabbit hole scene is better. Again, she goes through Wonderland. But in this one, she's kind of said that she needs to defeat this thing called the Jabberwocky. And before I get into that, the Wonderland has been kind of taken over by the Red Queen, which is the equivalent of the Queen of Hearts in this one. But she's kind of just taken over Wonderland, and that's what this whole movie is about, trying to get Wonderland back from the Red Queen. And in the end, she has to fight the Jabberwocky, and yeah, it's very different than this ending, and like I said, she's actually not sleeping in this one. Now, which one do I think is better? And this is gonna cause some people to get kind of angry at me, but I'm going to go with the remake. I enjoy the remake more than the original, mostly because I just can enjoy this one more. And I'm not saying I can't enjoy this one. This one is a classic, but it's not my type of Disney movie. It's, in all honesty, kind of... It's slow. Well, it's not slow. It moves way too fast. This one takes its time, and I'm just going to compare the running times. Let me just see this. This one is only 75 minutes. It grams this thing into like an hour and 15 minutes. This one takes 109 minutes. That's almost 2 hours, so this one really gets its meaning across. And don't get me started on Johnny Depp's Mad Hatter. He's just awesome in this movie. The CGI, I think it works for this movie because Wonderland is a weird place. It kind of works to have the CGI kind of weird. But that's it. Original versus remake. I gotta go with the remake. And that's basically it. See you guys later. Bye.